Hey everyone, let's talk about a huge change that could affect millions of Americans, especially if you're dealing with medical bills. So, in July 2024, a federal judge in Texas struck down something called the Medical Debt Rule. This was a rule from the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, or CFPB, and it was supposed to make life a lot easier for people struggling with medical debt. Here's the deal. Under the Biden administration, the medical debt rule would have stopped credit bureaus from sharing your medical debts with lenders. That means if you had unpaid medical bills, they wouldn't drag your credit score down or get in the way if you wanted to buy a house or take out a loan. It also would have stopped lenders from using your medical devices as collateral, like no one could repossess your wheelchair because you owed money. The CFPB estimated that this rule would have wiped about $49 billion in medical debt off the credit reports of 15 million Americans. That's a game changer, especially considering nearly half of U.S. adults, about 100 million people, are dealing with some form of medical debt. But then the credit industry pushed back. They argued that taking medical debt off credit reports would give lenders an incomplete picture of whether someone can repay a loan. The Trump administration took their side, and in July, Judge Sean Jordan ruled that the CFPB had overstepped its authority. So boom, the whole rule was tossed out. Here's where it gets even crazier. This ruling also canceled out laws in 15 states that had already tried to limit how medical debt gets reported. If you live in places like California, New York, or Virginia, the protections your state put in place, gone, at least for now. Now you might be wondering, does this mean all your medical bills will start wrecking your credit score tomorrow? Not exactly. In 2023, the three major credit bureaus, Equifax, Experian, and TransUnion, voluntarily set new rules. They don't report medical debts under $500. They wait a whole year before reporting larger debts, and once you pay off a medical bill, it gets taken off your report. They've said they'll keep these practices up, even after the court's ruling. Still, medical debt is a nightmare for a lot of people. For older adults, the average balance is almost $14,000, and a quarter of Americans with medical debt owe more than $5,000. So what can you do if you're stuck with a medical bill? First, always ask for an itemized bill and check for mistakes. You'd be surprised how often there are errors. Challenge anything that doesn't look right. Hospitals sometimes have financial assistance you can apply for, or they'll work out a payment plan. If a debt collector calls, try to negotiate a lower settlement. And if you're really overwhelmed, reach out to a nonprofit credit counselor. They can help you figure out your next steps. Medical debt shouldn't define your financial life, but for now, the rules are in flux. Keep an eye out, stay informed, and don't be afraid to fight for yourself. If you found this helpful, hit like, subscribe, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Stay strong out there.